Welcome to the Gates of Judgement. Your ultimate destination is dependent on your decisions in your mortal life. There's nothing that I can do to change it. Thank goodness. A reprieve from all the rainbows and nonsense in the stores. Are you not a fan of light and colors or something? Don't be ridiculous. I just hate when people jam that Pride Month bullcrap down my throat. Oh, you don't like the LGBT whatever community. I don't remember all the letters. Yeah, you get me. Like, okay, I'm not trying to say they were evil or whatever. All I'm saying is, did they have to shove their alternative lifestyle in all our faces? So, did you come to the gates for a particular reason? Have you been judged for your afterlife yet? I have been judged already, yes, and I have a complaint. Yeah, I just bet you do. They're calling me a bigot. Can you believe it? I'm not a bigot. Like I said, I'm not thinking that they're evil or whatever. I just think that they need to keep that stuff behind closed doors. Look, I don't know that I am the best person to have this argument with you. Not that long ago, I was actually worse than you are. What do you mean, worse than me? I'm telling you, I wasn't a bad person. Without reading your file yet, and from only what I can see, you don't seem to be as bad as I was. When I was alive, I was not at all friendly towards the rainbow community. In fact, I was pretty antagonistic toward them. I thought they spat in the face of God. I was foolish. There, you see, I'm definitely not as bad as all that. Comparatively, I'm a pretty good person. Not so fast. Just because someone else might be worse than you are doesn't mean that you are automatically good. Oh, so it was bad that I just didn't want to be pummeled in the face and be forced to tolerate non-normal people? Uh-huh. So you're not actually okay with that community. What the heck are you talking about? I have been saying this whole time. I don't have a problem with them. You yourself just now called them non-normal, which implies that you feel there is something abnormal about them. I didn't mean it like that. I just think that that whole community needs to stop indoctrinating the kids. To my knowledge, nobody is ever indoctrinated in those lifestyles. You're simply born that way. It's a part of who you are. Ridiculous. If it wasn't possible, then why are they so insistent on getting their LGBT whatever characters in the media that we watch? Oh, I don't know. Maybe to see themselves in the stories they consume. Nonsense. They want to win children over and corrupt their souls. You are contradicting your earlier insistence that you didn't see anything wrong with their community. Well, so what? Even if I did, which I'm not saying I did, you had worse thoughts than I did, and you're not roasting in the pits of hell. Why should I be forced to? Well, that would be because you're seeing me after all the, what did they call it down there? Character development. I have learned the empathy that I needed to learn in order to become a more rounded person. The bunch of letters community just want to be seen as human, normal, a regular part of life. Regardless of this entire thing, I maintain that I should not be forced to look at all that nonsense in the stores when I'm shopping. And don't even get me started on those perverted parades. If I'm going to get through to you, I think I'm going to need to call in reinforcements. Thank you for taking my call, Henry. I know you're not technically supposed to be working at the Gates of Judgement today, but I needed a little bit of help with this soul. No problem, George. I'm happy to help. What's going on with this soul that you need the input? You're usually pretty good at handling the bad souls on your own. Okay, this whole thing has gotten out of hand. I stand firm in the fact that I was not a bigot. The whole Pride Month thing has just gotten blown out of proportion. It's not my fault they're all freaks. So that's basically the situation, and as a former bigot myself, I didn't feel like I had a leg to stand on when it came to arguing with this soul. I thought I needed some reinforcements. Yeah, I heard him. Hold the phone up, let me see the guy. Well, if you're sure, he wants to speak to you. What the hell is this now? Are you his manager or something? Why aren't you down here controlling your unruly employees? Yeah, but I'm not his boss. I'm his son. Oh, great. Even more useless to me. Why am I wasting my time with this call? Oh, probably because I'm a trans man and I'm gay, so definitely the target demographic of the Pride Month merchandise. Ugh. Wait, hold on. A trans man and gay? That sounds redundant. Oh God, I think I know what's coming. How is that in any way redundant? Well, you're attracted to men, right? Why not stay a woman and be considered normal? Because I didn't want to stay a woman. I didn't feel like a woman. And that right there is where you lose me. I didn't feel like a woman. Next you'll be saying, I didn't feel like a human. You're gonna defend people who don't want to be human and want to be a dolphin instead. That's how ridiculous you sound. I am so sick of that false equivalency that I could literally vomit. You are taking away time from my boyfriend, so I'm going to make this easy for you. You are a bad person. You are going to a bad place. Deal with it. But I'm not a bad person. I'm not bigoted. It's everyone else who's wrong. You just equated trans people with people who would like to turn themselves into animals. That is bigoted behavior. Well, if they're going to change their bits around in defiance of what they're born with, then obviously there's something wrong with them. Okay, I think we're done here. George, could you just press the button already? Honestly, I do think that's a good call. This guy just keeps digging his hole deeper. Wait, what's going on? Okay. Thank you very much for your help with that. No problem, but why were you even trying with that soul? Well, I saw myself in their attitudes. I really thought maybe they could be reasoned with. Ah, you were trying to save their soul. You know, that's actually kind of sweet. Yeah. Didn't seem to work, though. Not everyone is worth saving. I'm gonna get back to relaxing with my boyfriend. Later, George. Okay. Goodbye. Angelo, you can have your phone back. Thank you for letting me borrow it. Welcome to the Gates of Judgement. You had a life. You did things, both good and bad. Now you will be judged accordingly. How can I help you? Hi. I was hoping I could get some information about other souls that arrived here before me. That depends on both your status in the afterlife and the souls you want to know about. Really? Ah, I get it. If I was a bad soul with bad intentions, I wouldn't be able to get that info. Exactly. So let's first check on your status. Oh, I see. What's wrong? Did I not make the cut to go to heaven or somewhere like that? On the contrary, you have hero status in the afterlife. Do you know how rare that is? I haven't seen a true hero myself in, I want to say, decades. Hero? I'm not a hero. I am not hero material. You, my friend, are far too modest. You forget I have access to your entire file right here. And you were an army doctor. You were completely above reproach. Everybody liked you. You even managed to save a few people who who most thought were beyond saving. I did things that any decent person in my position would do. No, I know for a fact you did far more than you needed to. Even after you left the service, you still helped so many who were affected. It says here that you became the head of group therapy for other veterans. You have quite the welcoming party waiting for you here. Welcoming party? What do you mean? A lot of people, and I do mean a lot, have put themselves down on a list to be notified of your arrival so that they can come together and celebrate you. That's very kind of them. Oh yeah, and I bet they're going to make it into a big party too. Would it be okay if I see the list of people asking about me? Sure, go ahead, take a look. Thank you. Yeah, that one actually makes sense. Oh, Robert, I was actually going to ask about him. And Daniel too. I'm glad these guys are doing all right. And this is pretty much everybody. Thanks. Before any celebrating, though, you have to pick a paradise. And you have your pick of them. There's more than one heaven. Oh, sure. There's the Christian heaven, the non-denominational good place / paradise, the Wiccan Summerlands, the Greek Elysium, Egyptian Sekhet Aru, Mictlan. Heck, it says here, even Valhalla will take you, even though you didn't die in battle. Oh, I've heard of one or two of those from movies and stuff. Wait, I thought most of those had really strict requirements, or that I had to go through a series of trials to get through them. You meet those requirements for everyone. As to the trials, you would basically bypass all of them. You'd get a golden boat to Sekhet Eru. You would go straight to Mictlan without the 4 years of travel. I just know you'd make Darren's day if you picked Elysium. He doesn't get to take new people there very often. Wait, I thought the Greek guy's name was Charon. Oh, sure, the head of it is Charon. But the guy who actually runs the boat nowadays is Darren. Really nice guy. Bob is pretty chill too, if you're on his good side. Bob? Who's Bob? He's difficult to explain. You'd have to see for yourself. Look, I just don't think that I'm this big hero that you're making me out to be. I was just a guy. I made a lot of mistakes. I don't deserve those paradises. Well, of course you made mistakes. You're human. Mistakes are natural. You have to accept the fact that you were a very good person. You helped people. You made others better versions of themselves by the inspiration of being you. You made the world a better place for having been in it. You were and are a hero in every sense of the word. Fine. Thank you. Is there a way that I can tour those paradises before I choose one? Sure, but be prepared for a lot of gods to give you their best sales pitch. Your purity is of high value to them. Thank you. I'll keep an eye out. I think I'll try the Wiccan Summerlands first. That sounded interesting. Thank you for the information. I will let all the paradises know to expect you for a tour. Good luck to you. I believe I am ready to get back to work at the Gates of Judgement. I apologize for the inconvenience caused by my absence. The chaos caused by the poultry of unusual size put my software into an unexpected spiral. Everything okay, Am? I've never seen you glitch that badly before. I was really worried we were going to lose you. I appreciate your concern. My systems seem to be functioning normally now. However, if you need further affirmation, we can call Hephaestus to take a look at my systems. Nah, that's not necessary. I trust you, and I really don't want to bother him. How's Jay doing? Jay has decided to go relax in their paradise for a while. They left while you were dealing with that previous soul. Ah, that's a shame. I was actually really hoping to get to know them a bit more. I am certain Jay will be by another time. For now, I will return to my usual duties. Good day.
Angelo, might I have a moment of your time? There's some paperwork I am trying to get filed that requires your attention. Will you do an old friend a favor and help me out?
Paperwork? Since when have you ever done anything by going through the proper channels?
Nonsense. I've done things by the book plenty of times.
Oh, really? Name once, other than right now.
Okay, fine. I'm filing this paperwork so that I may take George out of the gates for a short while.
Ugh, don't tell me you're actually calling in that favor he owes you. I was hoping you'd just let that go.
Now, Angie, when have I been one to pass over an opportunity when it presents itself?
Never. For the record, I think this whole thing is bullcrap. I sent you over there to apologize to George, not for you to set up some kind of repayment plan.
Now that is hardly my fault. George should know better than to offer gratitude to a god who will take advantage of it.
Yeah, hopefully he's learned his lesson. All right, let me see that paperwork.
Ah, yes, one moment. Ah, there we are. Please sign at the bottom that you consent to George leaving the gates for a while.
All right, let's see. The party of the first part is allowed to leave the enclosed area. Blah, blah, blah. Supervision of the party of the second part. That's good. Blah, blah, blah. To acquire products for the god in question. What are you having him do?
I just need him to pick up a few things for me.
Mm-hmm. What things? And from where?
Oh, Angie, do you really need all of the details right now?
I would like some specifics before I sign this. Yes.
Oh, fine. I have been banned from the Wiccan Summerlands for some unknown reason. Okay, a known reason. Apparently they frown upon my style of mischief. And yet, I cannot find fresher produce in any of the 9 realms.
You want George to do some shopping for you. And that's it?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Now, will you please sign the papers?
Okay, fine. But this better not be a trick of some sort. Let's see.
I swear to you, Angelo, every word that I have said to you just now has been the truth. Cross my horns.
Yeah, that might mean more to me if I actually trusted you. Here.
Well, thank you very much. I will file this straight away and await approval. See you soon, Angie, and tell George the same.
This better not lead to something bad for George. Next! Hello, and welcome to the Gates of Judgement. I am an artificial intelligence designed to help you. How may I be of assistance?
Well, that went way more poorly than I expected.
Something has gone wrong for you?
Yeah, the ending of my life was a bit unexpected. Although in hindsight, it probably really shouldn't have been.
Did your mortal life end because of an accident?
Kind of. It was a really spectacular accident, too.
Would you like to discuss the circumstances of your demise?
Not really. It's gonna make me come off as real dumb.
If you are worried about criticism, I promise not to judge you too harshly.
You're kidding, right? We're at the Gates of Judgement. I thought you'd be especially judgy here.
Normally, you would be correct. However, I will do my best not to make you feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so it's currently 4th of July in America, right?
To my knowledge, this is correct.
Well, my brother and I got especially plastered and came up with this idea to take a picture. A really cool picture involving fireworks.
Fireworks can be very beautiful if used correctly. However, they can be dangerous if used incorrectly.
Yeah, don't I know it. I guess we were way more far gone than I thought we were, 'cause we thought it was a good idea to make it look like we were wizards fighting in a duel.
If I may inquire, how did you plan on doing such a thing?
Well, we wielded the fireworks like wands and pointed them at each other. I ended up here. My brother ended up in the hospital. Well,
I apologize. I have been trying to come up with an appropriate response that is not insulting to your intelligence. I have been failing at this task.
I can't be entirely sure, but I'm fairly certain you just called me stupid.
I have not done so directly, sir. I have merely implied it.
Well, all right then. Just so we're clear.
Please give me one moment to look at your file. You are in luck, sir. Stupidity does not damn you to a lower level of hell.
Ooh. So I'm going to heaven?
Not exactly, sir. You still had a tendency to peer pressure others into less than intelligent situations. You will still be going to hell. However, you will be going to a low level for therapy.
Hey, I don't belong in hell. I wasn't that bad.
The universe disagrees. However, if you would like to lodge a complaint, you would be better suited talking to the help desk in hell.
I guess I'll be doing that then.
Good luck to you. Those at the help desk are known to be less than helpful to those such as you. Next!
Sir, for the last time, these are the Gates of Judgment. You're looking for the As Serat. That's down the hall. Please leave. Some people just don't listen.
Hey, Angelo, have you heard from Henry or Ollie lately?
Give me a second.
Nope, I haven't heard a thing. Why do you ask?
No real reason. I'm just worried. I haven't heard from him in a while, so a father's mind, you know.
Typical worrying parent. Trust me, they'll be along when they want to be. They're fine.
Meanwhile, in their paradises.
Henry? How's that even... Hello? Hi, Ollie. It's Henry. Sorry for bothering you. I just wanted to check in on you. Hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
Oh, no, not really. How did you get this number? I didn't give it to you, and I don't think I gave it to anybody you know.
Oh, that would be the universe stepping in. Whenever two people would like to connect, the universe just sends their numbers to each other's phones. Obviously, you were already thinking that you wanted to connect with me.
Oh. Well, you are my brother, as I recently found out. I figure we should probably get to know each other at some point.
Exactly, which actually brings me to the real reason that I'm calling. I was wondering if you wanted to meet up for lunch somewhere.
Sure, sounds good. Did you have somewhere in mind?
Right, yeah, I forget. You don't really know the afterlife that well, even though you've been here longer than me. How about Dee's place? They have great wings there.
Dee's place. Oh, is that bar that's run by the Greek god of wine?
Yep, that's the one. Run by Dionysus.
Sure, that sounds great. Yeah, let's do it. Let's meet up there.
All right, see you there soon. Hey, Sam, I'm gonna have some lunch with Ollie. Were you interested in meeting him? Hey there. Thank you for agreeing to have lunch with me. I've been wanting to do something like this with you for a long time.
Yeah, me too, kind of. Did you want to get a booth, or did you want to sit at the bar.
Definitely a booth. I hate bar stools. They always make me feel real short.
Hello, boys. Henry, long time no see. What happened to Sam? Did he finally see the light and leave your sorry butt?
Hardy har, Lamar. Sam had to drop by work, but he said he'd drop by later.
Okie dokie, I'll hold him to that. Who's your new friend?
Oh, I'm Ollie, Henry's,
brother, I guess. You don't sound too sure about your own information there, Chief. It's a relatively new development, so it's still weird to say. Nice to meet you. I'm Lamar. I'm Dionysus's personal satyr servant. Nice to see a new face around here. You newly dead? No. I just don't really get out of my paradise much. Well then, I'll give you some time to peruse the menu. But first, shall I get you boys started with something to drink?
Ooh, I'll take a Long Island iced tea, please.
Do you have, like, soda or something? Might you have a sweet tooth? I like sweet things, sure. Here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna whip you up a root beer float that's gonna knock your socks off. Sure, that sounds... Yeah, thanks. You got it. One Long Island and one float coming right up. Back in a minute. I've never seen a satyr before. I honestly didn't think they were real.
What, Lamar? Lamar is a sweetheart. I think you'll become good friends.
If you say so.
Are you okay? You seem uncomfortable.
No, everything's fine. I'm okay. Sorry. It's fine.
Well, all right. So, what's new with you?
I reconnected with my estranged father, and apparently I have a new brother now, so... No, there's not much new.
Okay, that was a good one. That was funny.
Thank you. We were never able to get the stains out. Dad was furious. I thought his head was gonna explode like in an old cartoon. I was grounded for like a month after that.
Yeesh. In fairness to George, though, you just admitted to me that you did the whole thing on purpose. What even drove you to do something like that?
I don't know. I guess I just wanted the attention, even if it wasn't very good attention. Ben was always getting recognition from Mom and Dad. He was always so good at everything.
Were you always competing with him?
No, not really. I never bothered competing with him because I always knew I would lose. I learned that from a really young age. You know, it just sucked because I was always seeing these movies and these books where brothers had each other's backs. I never felt like Ben had mine.
I was an only child. I never had any siblings of any kind. It always looked like fun, though.
It wasn't really. Not in my experience, at least. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be getting to know each other, and I'm just using this time to trauma dump on you. My bad.
It's fine, I get it. If you want, though, I can give you a trauma dump of my own and we would be even.
I mean, sure, if you want. Turnabout is fair play, right?
Let's see, what would you want to know about?
How about, how did you die?
Oh, that wasn't even that bad for me. It was almost instantaneous. I barely even noticed that it happened until afterward.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question? How did it happen?
Right, sorry. Well, it was a little late at night. I was walking home from work, and some drunk driver hopped the curb, and that's all she wrote. I didn't even feel it. It just happened really fast.
Jeez. I'm sorry you went through that.
Don't be. It was an accident. I got over it.
You seem like you've always really got it together, you know? Like you have your head on straight. Mine always feels like it's teetering on the edge of destruction.
Well, I've had a really good support system, both in my life and afterward. My parents were really nice to me. My friends have been supportive through everything, and not to mention the therapy that I've gotten. So, yes, I've got it pretty together now, but I had to work through some stuff in order to get here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I was bragging about how supported I am. I want you to have all that stuff too. George has been working on himself quite a bit, and I think he's improved. And if you want a brother, I'm willing to be that for you. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be the perfect brother, but I'll try.
Thank you. You know, I didn't realize how much I really needed to hear that. This whole time I've been so nervous that I was going to screw this whole thing up. I'm sorry I've been so twitchy.
It's no big deal. Relax. We're brothers.
Yeah. Brothers.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Your wings are being cooked to perfection and will be along shortly. However, I had a question for you. What is your policy on others sending you drinks from the bar?
Why do you ask, Lamar?
Well, there is a lady over at the corner of the bar that is asking whether she would be able to send a drink of Ollie's choosing over to him.
Wait. What? So, there's someone at the bar who wants to buy me a drink? That's nice of them, I guess. I've never really had this happen to me before.
That about sums it up, yes. So, what shall it be? Shall I bring you a drink or shall I politely decline?
Would it be rude to say no?
Absolutely not. The afterlife is very big on consent. That's why Lamar asked us what our policy was rather than just sending over the drink and potentially making an awkward situation. If you want to say no, you can say no.
Then, tell the lady that she's very kind, but I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
You got it. I will let the lady know that you are not interested. Carry on, gentlemen.
You know, if you wanted to take the drink, you could have. I wouldn't have cramped your style. In fact, if you need me to be your wingman, I'm willing to do that for you.
Thanks, but I don't really want it. I came here to get to know my brother and have wings. I'm not really interested in getting a date.
Well, alright, but if you change your mind...
Trust me, I won't.
Oh. Is the reason that you're not interested in that lady because you're just not interested in ladies overall?
Are you trying to ask me if I'm gay?
Yeah, sorry. My gaydar is usually right on the money, but I haven't gotten a single reading from you.
It's fine. I'm not gay. Honestly, though, I've never really been interested in anybody like that. I guess I've never really sat down and thought about it before.
Ah, so you're Arrow Ace.
I have no idea what that means.
It stands for aromantic asexual. It means that you're not really interested in anybody either romantically or sexually. It is a perfectly natural part of the sexuality spectrum.
I mean, you know, that actually does feel right. I have literally never been interested in anyone
romantically or otherwise. Not even in high school, when I did have opportunities. There were one or two people that showed interest in me, but I just never really saw the point of it. Well then, there you go. I guess now you have the terminology for it. You helped me learn something about myself today. I guess I'm, what'd you say? Arrowed ace? It's Arrow Ace. Don't worry, you'll learn the lingo pretty quickly. Oh, hey, there's Sam. Hey, Sam, over here. Hey, babe. Mwah. Hello, Oliver. It is a pleasure to meet you. I have heard so much about you from Henry. I'm Sam, Henry's boyfriend. Well, hello. I'm sorry, I'm just caught a bit off guard. Henry hasn't shared anything about his love life with, well, anyone as far as I can tell. So I really didn't expect his boyfriend to be you. I've talked about that with him over and over again. He has kept me in the proverbial closet for you guys for so long. He has a real issue with talking about his love life with other people. Hey, if you had the kind of history that I've had, you'd be just as reluctant to share your love life with others. People act so weird when I tell them that I'm both trans and gay. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right. Now's not the time for that conversation. I'd rather get to know your brother here. And vice versa, of course. Right, how'd you two meet? Oh, we met at a Pride event a few years ago. It was a block party. We just hit it off really quickly. Now that was a great party. I never thought it would change my life, though. Oh, stop it, you big softy. That's, like... Okay, I'm sorry if this is a sensitive subject, but it's just weird to me that an angel is gay. And why is that so weird to you? Do you think the sexuality spectrum is limited to just humans? Well, I mean, with all the religious talk from supposedly Christian people, I don't know, it always felt to me like God would be against his angels being gay. God has no issue with anybody being gay, bisexual, whatever. He has no say in, nor does he actually care about a person's sexuality. That's just something that naturally occurs within the soul. That is oddly reassuring, especially the conversation I just had with Henry about my own interests. Oh? Did somebody have a sexual awakening? It was more like the direct opposite. Direct opposite? What do you mean? Well, it turns out I'm... What was it? Aromantic, asexual? You got it. Nicely done. Oh. Well, congratulations on figuring yourself out. Thanks. So, as an angel, what do you do? Actually, I'm part of the heavenly host. Hold on. What's the heavenly host? Essentially, we're the guardians of heaven. We're kind of like the guardians of the afterlife in general, too. Think of us as the army and the police rolled into one without any of those negative connotations. Our goal is to keep the afterlife and all the citizens within it safe. Wow. Cool. I never realized that the afterlife even needed anything like that. You'd be surprised just how often we have to help with something. I mean, just earlier this year, there was a faction that was called to help an angel who had been kidnapped by a priest. That's... Why would a priest even do that? You'd have to ask him that. I
wasn't part of the rescue team.
You must have some stories from being in the service.
You can say that, yes. I am not a high rank or anything. I guess you could say that I'm the equivalent of a mortal corporal. I lead a small team, but nothing major.
Still, it seems to me like you've done a lot of good with your life.
Maybe. I still say the best thing I've ever done is dating Henry.
You, mister, you better stop complimenting me or I will start retaliating.
Hello and welcome to the Gates of Judgment. You'll get what's coming to you whether you like it or not. How can I help you?
So, I'm not sure I deserved the way that my life ended, and I'm also looking for some validation that my wife was horrible.
How horrible are we talking here? Abusive, neglectful, cheating?
Nah, none of those really.
Are you sure you're not overreacting to something innocuous?
Well, considering that she is the direct reason my life ended, I would say that, if anything, I'm underreacting.
Okay, I'm definitely missing some context here. You're gonna have to explain.
Alright, so I get home from work. The wife's not home yet. And it's typical. Her job usually keeps her there pretty late. So I decide to relax like I usually do. I grab a beer, I sit in my favorite chair, I start chewing on some gum. You know, the way you do.
Okay.
Then this crazy broad, my wife, enters the house yapping about some bullcrap or whatever that happened at work. I'm trying to watch TV, so I'm not really listening. She's just blah, blah, blah. You know how women are. She loves complaining. She was always nagging.
And you didn't listen to her like, oh, I don't know,
A good husband would. Why would I listen to her when she would just nag? It was always just useless words. And she loved complaining when I was trying to relax.
maybe you should have tried, I don't know, being a partner to her rather than ignoring her when she was trying to talk to you?
Now you're starting to sound like that feminist bullcrap. Can I continue my story?
Oh, brother. Fine, continue.
Anyway, so she's blah blah blahing about God knows what, and I'm not really paying attention when suddenly she just zeroes in on me with this angry look on her face. And at this point, I had totally checked out, but I could tell by the way she was looking at me that she was expecting an answer for something.
Go on.
Well, while I'm trying to think of what she could have possibly said to buy myself some time, I blow a bubble with my gum, and she practically snarls and says, "If you pop that gum one more damn time," and, well,
No, wait, don't tell me. You popped the gum again.
I didn't know what to do. I was trying to think. Then this crazy broad grabs the old double barrel off the wall and boom goes the dynamite.
I'll be honest, as much of a jerk as you seem, that reaction does seem a bit over the top.
I know, right? Just because I didn't care about her petty problems enough to listen to them. She was just nuts.
Don't get me wrong, you're still coming off as a bag of Richards here. Actually, give me one moment, let me check something. Yeah, an entire bag filled to the brim with Richards. As you yourself admitted, you never listened to her. You expected her to do all the cooking and cleaning in the house, and you resented her for her feminist ideals.
So what? Are you trying to say that I deserve the buckshot to the dome?
Not at all, but you weren't exactly the model husband either. Your wife, though, it does seem like she did need some therapy. Oh, wow. She is claiming that she only fired warning shots.
Warning shots? Into my head?
Yeah, absolutely nuts. Anyway, says here you're going to level 3 of hell. Move it along there, buddy, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you dirty bum. Fine, I'm not gonna try to convince you of my obvious innocence. Maybe they'll listen to me in hell. Yeah, good luck there, pal. Next.
Okay, hold on. Was that just who I thought it was? Was that the person I thought it was walking away from here? That depends. Who did you think it was? Because he did feel a little bit familiar. He was also really aggressive. He went on and on about running wild and some kind of mania. It was him! Man, I can't believe the Hulkster is in the afterlife now. Wow. Hulkster? What's that? Some kind of cartoon character? Honestly, you're not that far off in your assessment. He was a wrestler. Huge in the 80s and 90s. Oh, right. I vaguely remember advertisements with him in it. He fought that, that really, really big guy from the fantasy movie with the British guy, right? Criminy. Yes, he fought Andre the Giant, who was most famous for being in The Princess Bride with Carrie Elwes. We need to work on your nerd knowledge. We've been slacking on that lately. Whatever. His file was... Can I say a file was greasy even if I never felt it physically? It was just on a tablet screen. Because his file seemed just as greasy as he looked from head to toe. Yeah, he was well known for being a racist jackass amongst a myriad of other scandals. He threatened to leg drop me if I didn't allow him to go to paradise. He also called me brother a lot. I have no idea what that was about. Yeah, that was part of his gimmick. You know, there are a whole bunch of wrestlers in the afterlife that would love nothing more than to give him an actual beatdown, along with a whole bunch of other people. The line's going to be down the block. I better start making some calls. I feel like I need a shower just from looking at him and his file. Blech. Oh, hey, Raina got the renovation she wanted for the reincarnation office. Oh, it says here that it also comes with a name change. Reincarnation Station. I love it. Nice rhyming scheme. Raina? I don't think I know a Raina. Who's Raina? Raina Karma, head of the reincarnation office. Sorry, no, I just said the reincarnation station. Maybe someday you'll get to meet her. I apologize to you again, Mr. Osborne. Apparently Hulk Hogan thought he was the most important person in existence and just skipped to the front of the line. What a diva, right? Don't worry, he's getting his karmic justice as we speak. Now, I believe they are already expecting you down in hell. You can just go on down at your leisure. Very nice meeting you. Thank you for coming to the Gates of Judgement. Who the heck was that? It looked like a goth kid all grown up. Why were you practically groveling at his feet? That right there was the Prince of Darkness himself, George. Satan? No! Ozzy Osbourne. Did you live under a rock or something? Ozzy... what now? Oh, brother. So you have no taste in movies or music. We need to really work on both of those. So he's a rock star or something. The term rock star really seems like it's way too small for him. Okay, so how bad was he if he's being sent straight to hell? Oh, he's not being sent there. By all accounts, he seems to have been a pretty nice guy despite a lot of craziness. I'll tell you about the bat sometime. But, no, he's going down to hell because there's a lot of people down there who want to meet him, including Lucifer. You guys will not believe who was in the Universal hallway just now. I got literal chills just seeing him. I can't believe he's actually here. Yes, we know Ozymandias, or whatever his name was. Ozzy Osbourne, Dad. I had some of his albums. Wait, hold on. Are you saying that I could have actually met him if I had just gotten here a few minutes sooner? That
Seems to be the case, yeah. Hey guys, did you know that the guy from the third Austin Powers movie is in the Universal Hallway? He's amassing a huge crowd, too. Henry, please tell me that that is not the only place you know him from. I wasn't much into rock music, or whatever kind of music he played. I know he was a musician of some sort. Okay, you and George both need an education. Anyway, Angelo, George, there's someone just outside that I would like you two to meet. If you're both up for it, of course. An angel! I can't believe you've been hiding this guy from us for so long, Henry. He seems great. You should have brought him to the Gates of Judgment way earlier. Look, the trans thing is already a hard enough pill for people to swallow. Whenever I tell people I'm gay too, I always get weird looks and stupid questions. But you had already told us you were gay. Yeah, but hearing it and seeing it are two different parts of the brain. That and, well,
I think you're trying to say that you thought that my time in hell would have me feeling some sort of negative way towards your angelic boyfriend.
yeah, that. Sorry, George.
To be fair to Henry, this is a common problem. A lot of people who are sent to hell think that angels can help them out of their predicament, and they get pissed when we can't, or in their eyes, won't. Well, I have to say that I do understand Henry's logic, and I apologize to both of you for my past actions and making you feel like I would still act that way today. To be fair, when I first got to the afterlife, yeah, I probably would have not taken this well.
Yeah, but you're not reacting to him that way now, right? Let's all just agree that you've progressed and move on.
I've been getting to know Sam a little. Henry and I had lunch and Sam showed up. So far, he has the brother approval. Guess we'll find out if you get the father approval too. Well, I sincerely hope I do get your approval, Mr. Stewart.
Well, let's see. You're an angel. You're dating Henry. I already trust him.
I'd say your odds are looking pretty good.
So, are you guys here to get back to work?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
And sure, I'm willing to put in a few hours. Excellent. Sam, feel free to stick around if you want. Heck, if you're up for helping a few souls yourself, go for it.
Public relations? No. I am not really experienced with that kind of work. I am a man of action rather than words.
Sam here is part of the heavenly host. He's more used to protecting people rather than having to talk to them. Ah, a protector of the realms then. Well, shouldn't you get to know some of the people you're protecting?
Well, all right. But I'm warning you, I have no idea what I'm doing. Hello, welcome to the Gates of Judgment? Yeah? The Gates of Judgment. Sorry, this isn't my normal job. I'm probably not going to be very good at it. How can I help you anyway?
Finally, someone who will help me clear up this whole mess.
I'll try to help, but there's often very little I can do. What seems to be the problem?
The people at the front desk were trying to tell me that I'm going to hell. I was a devout Christian. I demand that you fix this injustice.
Ah, a devout Christian, huh? Well, luckily for you, there's a very simple test that you can take in order to verify your information and make sure you get into heaven.
Go ahead and ask away. I know every important Bible verse like the back of my hand. I should pass this with flying colors.
Oh, it's not about the Bible. It's about you, as a person.
Oh, well, I lived my life according to the Bible, so I should still pass this.
All right, one moment. Question 1.
How did you treat the homosexuals and other such members of that community in your life?
I treated them exactly as the Bible told me I should treat them.
Oh, you showed your fellow human being, no matter who they were, love and compassion?
It doesn't say in the Bible to show gays compassion.
I'm pretty sure that Jesus was all about showing love to your neighbors.
Well, I haven't talked to him personally in a while, but I think he would back me up on that.
The Bible called gays abominations. They're spreading evil.
Alright, let's say for the sake of argument that the Christian God hates the gays. He doesn't, I know that for a fact, but let's just say. Did Jesus not specifically seek out the sinners in order to show them love and helpfulness? Did he not take sinners into his community and say, you are loved and you deserve to be loved?
If God wanted me to treat the gays well, he wouldn't have called them abominations in the first place.
Okay, so you're just going to ignore the teachings of Jesus then. Bold move for a supposed Christian.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
No, your answer has already been logged. Alright, question 2. How did you treat the immigrants in your country?
Those criminals are finally getting what's coming to them. And I do hope those gators at Alligator Alcatraz get a nice little lunch, if you know what I'm saying.
Alright, going to ignore the parable of the Good Samaritan then. Good to know. You're really showing your true colors as a devout Christian there. Moving on. Question 3. A poor person approaches you asking you for some money so that they can feed themselves. What do?
Oh, that's easy. I do what I always did in those situations. Avert my eyes, pretend I didn't see them, pray they don't rob me, and go on my merry way.
Why not give them a few bucks? Hold your hand out to your fellow human being.
What, are you nuts? They're just gonna spend that money on booze or illegal substances.
No, they usually use it for food. But more to the point, why are you throwing everything that Jesus ever said or did out the window? How could you call yourself a follower of a specific God and then ignore everything that God ever said or did?
I don't know why you're being so pedantic about this. I did everything a good Christian should do. I went to church every single Sunday. I prayed to the one and only God. And I tried to save the souls of those gays, and when they refused to change their ways, I shunned them. I did it all. Now, are you going to help me like a good angel should do, or do I have to report you to your higher-ups?
There is absolutely no need, ma'am. I have the results of your test right here, and I have excellent news for you. You're actually going to be able to meet God himself. However, you'll be doing that from hell.
What? Why? Can't you just escort me to heaven and I'll meet him there?
The thing is, you're not getting into heaven because your Christianity was performative at best. And God wants to meet you personally because he takes umbrage with those who say hateful things directly in his name.
I did not spread hate. I spread the word of God.
The word of God is love. And you have admitted that you actively hated the LGBTQIA+ community, the immigrant community, and the poor community. Now, are you going to go to hell, or do I have to forcefully take you there myself?
Fine, but if I am meeting God, he will be hearing about how rude and terrible you were to me.